Hi, I am Megan Rosen and I am your art history instructor. I just tried to record this video for you and my mouse froze for some reason, so we're going to try it again. All right, welcome to art history. In this video, I'm just going to do a basic overview of the class. I'm going to go over the syllabus, look at how the class is organized, and kind of walk you through some of the information. So kind of the things that I would do if this was a seated class on the first day. Okay, so first of all, because it's an online class, all of your information for this class is going to be through Canvas and email. So you need to make sure that you are checking your OTC email. As a college student, you should check your official college email at least every other day. And if you are not doing that, you need to start doing that because you might miss vital information, not just from me, but from the college and from your other professors. Thing two, log into Canvas frequently. You need to keep up with this class. It doesn't move super like unreasonably fast, but we cover a lot of information in a short amount of time. Only 16 weeks to cover like half of the whole human history of art, which is a lot of time. So make sure you're keeping up with everything so you don't get overwhelmed. The third thing, besides just checking Canvas regularly and checking your email regularly, is when you're in Canvas, you need to check the announcements. So the announcements populate up here at the top of the homepage. So when you open the class in Canvas, you'll see them right at the top. You can see there's already one there about discussion post instructions. So you'll click on that and then you will have another video of me telling you about discussion posts and some other information that you need. Please make sure you check that video because there is pertinent information there. All right, before we go through navigating how the class is set up, I want to go to our course syllabus. I'm just going to move myself over here. So if you go to course syllabus and click on it, that is the various policy information from myself, my department, and the college that you need to know. So let's go through it really quick. I'm not going to read it to you. You're in college, you can read, I understand that. But I do want to hit a couple of important spots in here. So the first one is this is an asynchronous online class. That means we don't meet in person and we don't meet via Zoom or Teams or anything like that. So you have to do things on your own pace at home. Okay, so I do have due dates and everything like that for you to follow, but there isn't like an in-person meeting for me to remind you. So that's another reason it's really important that you check into Canvas, check your email, and keep on top of stuff. Contact information. Because of things called FERPA regulations, these are federal regulations, I cannot discuss your grade with you unless we meet in person or you email me from your OTC email to my OTC email. Those are privacy laws that protect you, the student. So I can't just talk to anyone who emails me pretending that they're you about your grade or anything. So if you have a question about your grade or anything about the class, please don't hesitate to email me. My email is rosenm@otc.edu. It's right here in the syllabus. I'm generally pretty quick at replying to email. I try to answer within 24 hours. On a weekend or over college-wide breaks, I still try to answer within 72 hours. I'm generally pretty quick. I do have a lot of classes. I teach 7 classes, so I have hundreds of students. So when you email me, please make sure that you tell me which class you're in and which section you're in. So I have 6 sections of art history this semester. So I need to know which one you're talking about. The other thing that I would like to bring your attention to is my name is spelled weirdly. I did not do that. My parents did that. My name is Megan Rosen. And you can call me Megan. I don't mind that. Don't try that with all of your professors. Some don't like it. But my name is spelled strangely. It's Meganne. So if you're going to call me Megan in an email, please spell my name correctly because I really don't like it if you spell my name wrong. So don't do that, okay? I won't spell your name wrong. You don't spell my name wrong. Fair? Okay. If that makes you uncomfortable, if you don't want to address me by my first name, that's fine. You can call me Ms. Rosen, Instructor Rosen, or Professor Rosen. Any of those are fine. Rosen's pretty easy to spell. It's rose like the flower with an N on the end. Okay? So when you're emailing me, please let me know what's going on. Try to be, professional. Give me information. Use complete sentences. Please tell me again which class you're in. Okay, so there's my email address again right there. If you are living in Springfield and you happen to be on campus and you want to talk to me in person about something, I always recommend you email to set up a time, but you can also just drop by during my office hours. If you don't email me ahead of time, the caveat is I might have a meeting with someone else going on. But I'm here during my office hours. I have pretty frequent office hours. So my office is in NKM, that's the Norman K. Myers building on the Springfield campus for OTC. And I am on the first floor. My office is 130B. So there's kind of a lobby area, and I'm in this little bitty hallway kind of off the lobby. My office hours this semester are Monday and Wednesday from 12 to 2, Tuesday and Thursday from 2 to 3:30. If none of those times work for you and you want to meet me in person, feel free to drop me an email and I'm happy to set up a different time that does work for your schedule. So just let me know, and I can do those in person or via like Zoom or Teams or something like that. And then here's me again telling you that you need to check your OTC email. Can you tell this has been a problem? Students not checking their OTC email? That's why I'm kind of emphasizing it. You need to check your OTC email and you need to check it frequently. That's just the way it is. Okay. Another thing that I've noticed in recent years is sometimes I get emails from students right after they submit things wanting me to grade them immediately. I grade during my office hours. So as you can see, I have office hours 4 days a week, so I'm here pretty frequently, and I generally grade in a very timely manner. I tend not to grade things until after the due date for those things has passed. But after the due date is passed, I grade very quickly. I have a pretty quick turnaround. So I don't need you to email me to tell me you turned something in on Canvas and ask me to grade it. I'll grade it. I'll get it done. Okay. Materials. We don't have a book for this class. So all of your information for this class is going to come through Canvas, and it's mostly in the form of lectures, okay? So for materials, you do need to be able to take notes, and you do need to be able to view all of the information online. So I strongly recommend that you have access to a reliable computer with internet access to complete all the requirements for this course. We do have computer labs and computers in the library and spaces like that on campus that you are, of course, welcome to use. But I think it's if you're able to, it's very helpful to have access to a computer at home when you're in online classes. The OTC bookstore has laptops available for purchase, and you can use some of your student aid to purchase things within the OTC bookstore if you need to. So that's a good resource. This class, so this is Art History 1. I teach Art History 1 and Art History 2. I teach both of those seated and online, so I have quite a few sections of Art History. And this class is Art History 1, so we start all the way back in the Paleolithic period. So that's like cave paintings and things like that. And then we go all the way up to the High Gothic period. So it's a really long span of time that we cover in this class. Okay, you can read the rest of this stuff, but I want to skip ahead to grading, which is something people are often curious about. So in this class, you have a few different kinds of assignments. You have reflective writing assignments, which are sometimes just that. They're just kind of straight up reflective writing. Sometimes they're more specific, where I ask you to go somewhere in the community and look at a building or look at a piece of art and describe it. So going out and finding some more information. There are only a couple of those. There are some that are a little more creatively oriented that are pretty fun, like utilizing emojis to create your own iconography. So there's some kind of fun stuff. Most of your grade comes from your discussion board posts and your quizzes. So each unit will have a discussion board post, which you will have an assigned topic for, and a quiz. Everything covered on the quizzes comes from the lectures. So make sure you've watched all the lectures in a unit before you try to take the quiz. And the quizzes are worth 10 points each. So they're not super long. Okay, late work. I want you to keep up with the class. If you get behind, it's pretty easy to get overwhelmed. It's not that there's tons and tons and tons of work, but it's paced out in a way that's very intentional. And if you get behind, it can be a little bit overwhelming. Generally, you have 1 week past the due date of any given assignment, except for the last week of class, of course, to submit something. And everything must be submitted through Canvas to count toward your grade. So don't email me assignments. That is not a thing. You submit them through Canvas. If you need an extension for some reason, if you get sick or you have something happen that you need a little more time, email me. Email me and let me know, preferably before the due date, and let me know that you think you're going to need more time. And I'm generally happy to work with you on that. I do have a quick content note. This is an art history class, so we will be studying some works of art that feature the nude human form. For example, when we're studying ancient Greece, we're going to see a lot of marble sculptures, many of them with nude human form. So if nudity in art is something that you don't think is a good fit for you, this may not be the class for you, but if you email me, I'm happy to talk to you about it. We also study works that are many tens of thousands of years old. AI as plagiarism. We're in a new era in academia where AI is something that we have to talk about. OTC does not have a general AI policy. It is at the discretion of the different departments and the different faculty. So what I will say about AI is if you try to use AI to take your quizzes or your final, I will give you a 0 and not let you retake it. And I'm going to tell you, AI is really bad at art history quizzes. I can tell immediately, and it gives the wrong answers. So I understand how it works well in some subject matters, but I will tell you from experience, this summer, last year, I had to give a lot of 0s because people were using AI for things and not really even thinking about the answers they were getting and putting things that made no sense. So I would not use AI in this class. If you write something and you want to like check your grammar or something and take what you wrote originally and put it into an AI to help you with like editing your flow and grammar and stuff, that I don't mind so much. I will tell you, if you put in your research assignment to an AI, it often gets things wrong. It's not very good at art history, y'all. So I would not recommend it. If you have any kind of academic grievance, if you think I've screwed up your grade or something, I hope you'll reach out to me first. I try to not be like scary. I try to be pretty approachable, and we can try to sort it out. If that doesn't work, I put my department chair, who's my direct supervisor's info right here. You can contact Kat, Allie, she's the department chair. If that doesn't work, you can then contact the dean of our division, which is Dr. Drew Aberly. Okay, your proctored event, because this is an online class, you have to have a proctored event. In my class, rather than having you go to a proctoring center, because I think that that's pretty difficult for some people in online classes because you live out of town or something, your proctored event is you're looking at art assignment. It is due in the first week of class, and you must get that to me in the first week of class. You can read the directions on the assignment and do it yourself. The proctored part is you have to hold up an ID and take a picture of your face and your ID that tells me who you are. It can be your OTC ID, it can be a driver's license, whatever. It just goes to me. Nobody else is going to see it. I'm not trying to steal anybody's identity. I just need something that proves to me that you are you and you're the one taking the class. So you do need to make sure you do that. Attendance in an online class, it's easy to kind of underestimate the importance of attendance. If you aren't participating regularly in the class, you will be withdrawn from the class. So OTC has this thing called administrative withdrawal. And if you've been at OTC for a while, you're familiar with this policy. If you haven't, let me tell you about it. You will be withdrawn from the class if you have not attended class for 14 consecutive calendar days. So you need to make sure, and attended in an online class doesn't mean just clicking on the class and going in. It means something participatory. Okay, so you need to make sure that you're checking in and doing things every week, and then you'll be totally safe. No worry with this. Some other things that I want to talk to you about are our college resources. So DSS, our Disability Support Services, is wonderful. If you're having trouble with something, go and talk to them. They're really great. We also have all these other wonderful resources for you. We have tutors, we have academic assistants, we have anti-harassment, we have lots of really great resources here, and they're all linked in your syllabus. So if something is going on and you need help, even if you don't think it's something related to the college, there's probably a resource that can help you here. If you want help navigating this and just being pointed in the right direction of a resource, feel free to reach out to me via email, and I'm happy to connect you with any of these resource teams. Okay. Institutional learning outcomes are here. You've probably seen those posted around campus. Title IX, this is all stuff that you have seen in other syllabi, but please do read all of this. It is important. Here's a new piece. So classroom behavior standards this is a new thing that we have as a new policy at OTC. So it's this thing called Standards of Student Conduct, which is policy 5.15. So basically, if you are misbehaving in class, you can be dropped from the class, kind of like the academic administrative withdrawal. But in this case, it's due to bad behavior. So in an online class, I think that would be pretty difficult unless you're bullying someone else in the class, or just being extremely disrespectful, or you're sending really disrespectful emails to me or to fellow students or something. But basically, you just need to be respectful and be civilized in the way you interact with people, okay? And it wouldn't be like an immediate withdrawal. It would be like something happens, you and I talk about it. If that doesn't resolve it, we might get the department chair and the dean involved. And then if it's still not resolved, you would be removed from the class. So it is a new policy at OTC, so I just want to make you aware of it. So generally, just be respectful of me and of your fellow peers and of yourself, and be reasonable and professional with each other, and it's not too big of a problem. But so here's all of this for you to look at. Again, like I said, I don't generally read that to you. And that is under the course syllabus tab over here. Okay, let's go back to the home page. So the other component of a syllabus is the calendar, right? When things happen. So if you go to the syllabus button, not course syllabus, but syllabus, you can find all of the assignments for the semester laid out in chronological order. You can also, when you're on our home page, you can click over here, this button that says View Calendar. And when you click that, you can see all of the assignments and things on here. Okay? So that is pretty handy. I will say, I think it's fine to check the calendar and things like that. I shift due dates sometimes. Canvas has a tendency to do weird stuff with due dates. It's been doing this in the last year or so. And so if you see a due date shift, it's probably me shifting it back because Canvas has done something weird. Let's go to the modules page. So I recommend that you navigate Canvas via the modules page, because I have it set up in a particular way where you can find all the information you need. So for example, here's your Looking at Art proctored event, which is an assignment you need to do this week. Also, before you go to Looking at Art, you want to start at the welcome. You want to click on Looking at Art, and it's going to give you a video to watch and some explanations of what we're doing. So the way the class works is you click on these things with the page icon first, because that's where all the information lives and tells you how to do things. Then you do the assignments, okay? If you try to jump right to the assignments, it's going to be confusing. You're not going to have all the information, and you're not going to do well. In any of the modules, so the first one here is our Unit 1, Early Days. So you need to watch all the videos and all these pages before you do the quiz, before you do the discussion post. So you'll click on one, Early Days, Part 1, for example, the Paleolithic, and then each one of these is a little video lecture, and that's where the information for the course is. So when you click these, you'll see me, and I'll have an image behind me, and I'll be telling you about the art history. When you scroll down, sometimes there's bonus information. There's some articles and things that you can read if you like. There's some examples of tools and things that are discussed in the lecture there. So it's good to take a peek at those. I don't know what my mouse is doing. I'm just having to take it out and take the battery out and put it back in to make it work. Okay, there it goes. So make sure that you are navigating by the modules so that you can, now it's frozen again, so that you can follow everything. I don't know what's going on with my mouse. I apologize. But basically, you just want to follow all the information here. And all the video lectures that are linked here are on YouTube, so you can get them in standard definition or high definition. And because I'm having all these mouse problems, I'm going to call this video good for now, and I might come back and make a different one a little bit later. Why is this happening? Sorry, its battery is low. Anyway, I'm Megan. I'm your instructor. I'm excited to work with you this semester. It's a fun class. And if you have any questions about anything, let me know. But make sure you're navigating via those modules, and make sure that you're doing your discussions and your quizzes and your reflections and any other assignments in each module. When in doubt, if the calendar seems weird, follow the order in the modules. Okay? All right, let me know if you have any questions. It's rosenm@otc.edu. Thanks.